I have seen in many areas all over the country how massive vote buying is, not just for the local positions, but even for the party list. Grabe ang vote buying. Pero parang blind eye na yung COMELEC, hindi na nila ito ina-actionan despite many reports at wala ring magawa yung kanilang mga field workers sa mga different municipalities. Hindi na vote buying ito eh. Vote selling eh. Vote selling. Kasi yung botante, hindi lang siya pupunta sa isang kandidato eh. Yung kandidato, hindi na nga siya naghahanap ng mabibiling botante. Hindi na yung mismong botante na mismo ang pupunta sa mga kandidato para ibenta nila yung kanilang boto. 16 million votes that were not counted for the specific positions where overvotes happened. This is the reason why I asked the COMELEC in my previous press conference about 4 days ago that please take a look at this statistics, this overvote of more than 16.8 million. Based on the COMELEC website, I got the figure from the COMELEC website, and it was really a big surprise. It's mind-boggling. Whereas in previous elections, the overvotes were only about less than 2 million or less than 1 million. Yet, why this thing happened using this new technology that was never introduced in any country in the world, was not accepted in other countries, but why in the Philippines we tried this technology, this software, this hardware for our election. And I hope that the COMELEC will come up with its resolution or give us a better explanation of why this transpired and why there were so many automated machines that were malfunctioning during the election. I experienced that myself. Ako mismo, nakaranas doon. Pagboto ko, ayaw tanggapin nung makina yung aking balota twice na hindi tinatanggap ng makina. So I asked the chairman of the electoral board to do it for me. And then tinanggap naman nung makina yung boto, yung balota, pero may lumabas na resibo, blanco. Tapos, saan resibo ko? Bakit blanco? So inulit na hanapin yung resibo, may lumabas na resibo, iba yung mga pangalan na lumabas. Hindi yung mga binoto ko. Pati pangalan ko, wala roon sa resibo. And then, inulit-ulit. Ganun pa na naman, lumabas. Mga resibo na hindi nakasulat yung mga pangalan ng mga kandidatong binoto ko. So, this may have happened in many areas of the country. What I'm saying is that, well, I am not claiming that I won the elections, although I'm thankful that there are more than 8.3 million Filipinos whose votes were counted in my favor. And I'm very thankful that they have given me the trust and confidence to at least possibly become their voice in the Senate. And I would like to thank many people. First, I'm going to thank God for giving me that opportunity and be able to finish the campaign. And though I did not make it, I am still very joyful that I tried my best and may not be good enough, but I am here, able to survive that very difficult task. I would like, of course, to thank President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. In particular, it was because of PRRD. Dahil sa kanya, kaya maraming mga tao ang naniwala sa amin sa grupo ng Duterte or PDP Laban candidates. No? I would not have gotten that number of votes, more particularly from Mindanao and the Visayas, were it not for President Digong. Hindi dahil kay Tatay Digong. Huwag natin siya kalilimutan. Nandyan pa rin ang dapat pakipaglaban natin na maibalik siya agad sa Pilipinas. So of course, the other Duterte siblings, VP Sara, Mayor Baste, Congressman Polong, Titi Duterte, they all helped us in the campaign. I would like also to thank PDP Laban, more particularly Senator Robin Padilla, and Madam Mariel Padilla Rodriguez sa kanilang tulong sa amin. Malaki ang kanilang sakripisyo, gastos nila sa partido. Alam nila na wala kaming pagkukunan ng pondo, wala kaming mga pondong mga kandidato, and they try to help us as much as possible. And I would like also to thank all the volunteer groups that supported us, in particular the overseas Filipino workers and their families. Nakita naman namin sa result ng mga overseas voting, absentee voting, anywhere in the world. Lahat kaming kandidato ng Duterte. Kami ang nandoon sa top 12. Andun kami na. I would like also to thank the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police and some members of the media who voted under the absentee voting. The results, based on what we have seen in the COMELEC website, sinuportahan din po kami ng Armed Forces of the Philippines and Philippine National Police as far as the absentee voting is concerned. So, laking tulong din po sa akin yon. Of course, yung mga magsasaka na tumulong sa akin. Marami po sa inyo ang tumulong po sa akin. My fellow farm workers. No? At lahat-lahat na lamang po ng mga Bisaya at mga Ilocano na talaga naman pong tumulong po sa akin. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. So, there are, sabi ko nga, hindi perfecto itong technology na ginamit dito. I hope that the new congressmen and senators or those who were re-elected to the same position, they have all the chance to take a look at our electoral and political process. Massive ang vote buying. Alam na natin yon. Nakita natin yon. More particularly in the party list. I'm sorry, Ma'am Nikki, na hindi nanalo yung kababaihan party list mo. Pero I have seen in many areas all over the country how massive vote buying is, not just for the local positions, but even for the party list. Grabe ang vote buying. Pero parang blind eye na yung COMELEC, hindi na nila ito ina-actionan despite many reports at wala ring magawa yung kanilang mga field workers sa mga different municipalities. So tignan siguro itong mga systemic corruption of our electoral process. Because if our election is corrupted, whoever become elected representatives of the people from the Senate or from the presidency down to the barangay officials, then how can you say that there is, political authority or can give mandate kung corrupted yung election because of like this, what I call massive. Hindi na vote buying ito eh. Vote selling eh. Vote selling. Kasi yung botante, hindi lang siya pupunta sa isang kandidato eh. Yung kandidato, hindi na nga siya naghahanap ng mabibiling botante. Hindi na yung mismong botante na mismo ang pupunta sa mga kandidato para ibenta nila yung kanilang boto. And it happened. It happened all over the country. Grabe. Grabe itong elections na ito. And of course, ginamit nila ang resources ng government, mga ayuda na walang katapusan. Kaya marami pa rin mga nanalong mga incumbent ng mga local officials because of this systemic corruption of our political process. But for today, tapos na yan. Sabi nga ni Madam Nikki, we congratulate all the winners. We are hoping that they are going to perform their jobs pursuant to what is mandated by the Constitution and by our existing laws and regulations. And maybe pursuant to our faith as Christian nation or our Muslim faith na kailangan pagsilbihan natin ang bayan, ang mamamayang Pilipino ng tama. For today, there is another very important topic that I would like to discuss with you. But before I go on to that, it has something maybe about elections. Kung meron pa kayong katanungan sa amin ni Ma'am Nikki, we will be more than willing to answer anything relative to the recently concluded electoral process. After that, the second part would be more about international relations. Because we are both here, Madam Nikki and I, we are both passionate for maintaining independent foreign policy of the Philippines. We should not be an enemy of any country in the world. We should be friends to everyone. without putting the Philippines on the side of a particular power, because that would be detrimental to the interests of our nation and our people. In the last election, ginamit po yung issue sa akin in particular. I was singled out na huwag iboto yan si Lambino, huwag iboto yung mga ibang kandidato ng Duterte because they are pro-China. Pag binoto nyo yan, mga yan, sasakupin nila ang Pilipinas, ang China, sakupin nila ang Palawan, sakupin nila. At pag yan ang gusto nyo, huwag nyo na rin akong iboto, sabi ng isang kandidato. Di hindi siya binoto, talo tuloy siya, ako, tinalo ko pa siya sa election, hindi ba? Because, it was not really an issue na hindi dapat na lukohin natin yung mga butante. Lang may gusto na magiging pro-America ka or pro-China ka or pro-Japan ka or pro-Russia, pro-Ukraine. We are all pro-Filipino, pro-Philippines tayo. Pero ginamit sa akin yun in particular. Yet, I won over him. That's why I'm quite happy kahit natalo, at least tinalo ko siya. The particular issue na yan.
Well, Attorney,
Thank you.
you